Mortis, and I'm a creature of the night. And this is my partner, Frank the Tank. Today, I want to share a moment that has stayed with me. A moment that connects deeply with the themes of remembrance and sacrifice found in John McCrae's poem, In Flanders Fields. I was walking through a field on a crisp autumn day, the golden leaves crunching beneath my feet, when I stumbled upon a small poppy nestled among the grass. In that instant, McCrae's poem echoed in my mind. In Flanders Fields, the poppies blow. It was a profound reminder of the enduring impact of war and beauty that can emerge from the depths of tragedy. As we delve into McCrae's verse, let's reflect on the stories of courage, loss, and resilience that it encapsulates, and consider how poetry has the power to transcend time and space, connecting us to the past while inspiring hope for the future. For Mortis' favorite pastime, reading poems. In Flanders Fields, the poppies blow, between the crosses, row on row, that mark our place, and in the sky, the larks, still bravely singing, fly, scarce heard amid the guns below. We are the dead, short days ago. We lived, felt dawn, saw sunset glow, loved and were loved, and now we lie in Flanders Fields. Take up our quarrel with the foe, to you from failing hands we throw. The torch be yours to hold it high. If ye break faith with us who die, we shall not sleep, though poppies grow in Flanders Fields. One of the reasons I'm drawn to John McCrae's In Flanders Fields is its masterful use of structure and literary techniques. McCrae's careful crafting of the poem form enhances its emotional impact and underscores its themes of remembrance and sacrifice. First and foremost, I admire the simplicity and elegance of McCrae's language. Despite its depth in each word, In Flanders Fields carries immense weight, conveying layers of meaning and emotion. The poem's concise verses and straightforward languages allow for clarity of expression that makes its message all the more powerful. Additionally, McCrae employs vivid imagery to bring the poem setting to life. The image of poppies between the crosses row on row evokes a haunting scene of solemn remembrance, while personification of the poppies as the larks, so bravely singing, fly, adds a touch of beauty amidst the tragedy of war. Furthermore, poem structure, with its alternating rhyme scheme and rhythmic cadence, creates a sense of musicality that draws the reader in and holds their attention. The repetition of the phrase, in Flanders Fields, throughout the poem serves as a refrain, anchoring the reader to the central image and reinforcing its significance. Overall, it is the combination of these technical elements, the precise language, imagery, and rhythmic structure that makes In Flanders Fields such a compelling and enduring work of poetry.
I like how this poem combines nature and life in a place and time with so much death and destruction, as this poem is set during World War I, which was one of the most violent wars in human history. One way the author does this is by mentioning that poppies are blowing next to every grave, which provides beauty and nature in a place that is desolate and filled with death and destruction. It shows that there will be nature even in the worst of times, which supports the message that life and death will always be in balance with each other. He also mentions that larks still fly in the sky even under gunfire below, also contributing to the life and death balance, as larks are a part of life and represent and are present even in a battlefield that is filled with death. The presence of poppies and larks counteract the horrors that are found on this battlefield. John McCrae was born in 1872 in Ontario, Canada, and had served in the army as a physician during the Battle of Ypres in 1915, which was located in Flanders Fields. For 17 days, he treated the wounded during this battle, and was inspired to write this poem after a close friend of his was killed in battle. This is why the poem is about death and their sacrifice, as John McCrae was in mourning when he wrote this poem and was preoccupied with death. It is also why this poem focuses on nature and life among death, as he wanted to come to terms with his friend's death. The use of poppies in this poem is what made them a symbol of remembrance in war. While chemical warfare made the landscape desolate and barren, it promoted poppy growth, resulting in poppies blooming next to soldiers' graves. Because this poem talks about a life and death balance, the poppies represent life and beauty, as well as peace and death, which is what people want to use as remembrance. In Flanders Fields is found in John McCrae's book, In Flanders Fields and Other Poems. The poem can be accessed via Poetry Foundation at poetryfoundation.org. John McCrae's biography can be found at poetryfoundation.org/poets/John-McCrae. This podcast was created using SoundTrap. The music for this podcast was provided using Bensound, and the music was created by Benjamin